our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Ranae is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Ranae.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, coming to you every Monday morning, bringing a little bit of spiritual awareness into our daily living, just to make things a little bit easier. Good morning, Keith. I don't know, give us a little bit of fuel for the fire. As we know, the top half of the hour, we talk, I used Donald Walsh's book, just to give a little bit of quick inspiration to say, hey, Spirit, where are we going? And then we go into the bottom half, which I do a highlighted reading of a deck we've never seen before. And this one, look at it's so little. It's so little. I know there's no book in here. So we're going to see what happens. It's called the Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle, but this is by Athene Noctua. Athene Noctua. And it is a Hay House publication, even though it's little. This is a 13-card deck, and there's a guidebook in here. Happy Easter. Good morning, Tim. Happy Easter, Keith. So it's going to be really interesting. There's only 13 cards in this deck. So we're going to see. We're going to see if, oh my God, my eyeball itches. We're going to see if there is mighty and power in this little deck of cards. So I'm really interested. It's going to be super, super amazing. So let's get this chair ready, because I did not do it ahead of time. I've been looking at one of these chairs in pink lately. Not sure if I should do it though or not. I don't know. Give up the white throne for a pink throne? I don't know. So let's look at this. What are we going to look at today? Oh my gosh. Open the book too. Not a lot of words. It says, do you know what the purpose of your life is? Uh-oh. And what is it that God wants of you? That's a bigger uh-oh. I tell you this, the purpose of life is not to please God. The purpose of life is to know and to recreate who you are. In so doing, you do please God and glorify her as well. Okay. Lots of God in here. I get it. Again, this is not a religious show, guys. This is not religion. We're not looking to the religion. You can put in higher power. You can use whatever term you want. You really can. But I do like this, especially since we just had Easter yesterday. We just had Easter, which to me is super amazing. So I think this is really a great time. And I will tell you what, this has really been in the forefront of my mind quite a bit. Because with doing readings, I have people come to me all the time. That's their one question, especially on the psychic level, is what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? And I look at them, I tell them all the time, not my decision. Sorry, I'm not gonna see what you're supposed to be doing. And even if I did, I'm not gonna tell you what you're supposed to be doing. And I know that sounds like really not what I'm supposed to be doing. I get it. I get that people look at me like, oh, aren't you supposed to tell me what I'm supposed to do? No, I'm not supposed to make your decisions. I'm not supposed to make your way to go through life. But I can give you what ifs. I can get you, what if you did this? Or what if you did that? Or what if you did this? Now, I've done that with plenty of people. You should get some pretty good feedback. So, what if? Let's start this discussion with what if. So the purpose of your life. This is one of those confusing things. So let's kind of back up a little bit. We're going to put it back into the church, and we're going to put it into my teachings, and we're going to put it really into that, what we all kind of get confused on. Okay. And when I look at this, it is the, oh, that was interesting. Sorry, buds. Sorry, everybody. I've been looking for this. I don't even know where it just went. Oh my good gracious. It was like ask and you shall receive at the wrong moment in life. But there we go. So when we're looking at this, when I look at my teachings, and I always do compare this one to religion. Why? Because it's confusing as heck. It's so confusing to me. So, and as I teach also, we have definitely two opposing things coming together. One is destiny, two is freedom of choice. Don't really go together, do they? When you look at these two things, people go, well, wait a second. I mean, it's taught in the church. Guys, I teach psychic development, and people ask me about the soul contract. I talk about it. We teach about it. We teach about how you come in here, and I tell you, you have a destiny, and you have freedom of choice. And it is confusing. It really is. And I will tell you what, it was probably the biggest hang up I ever had. So let's break that down so that you can understand the creation portion here. Okay. So I kind of break this into like a story, so people have a better understanding. Now, I will tell you what happens. And I've heard this so often. So I start the story with where you're at now and passing away and coming back again. Because so often what I hear right now in this lifetime for so many people is, oh my God, I am never doing this crap again. This is my life, my last life. Heck no, this is too rough, too hard. Don't want to do it. Okay. Now, two things to that. Number one, yes, you are. Why? Because you're going to want to. And number two, you're fighting the process. You're just fighting. And we all fight the process, guys. This is not we come into here knowing. We come into this lifetime having to remember what we forgot. Purposely forgot. So what happens is, number one, you've been kind of struggling because you're not following the guidelines. You're not following the rules. You're following what's been told to you, not the rules. Okay? Not the actual rules. So what happens? Number one, I'm going to tell you, yeah, you're struggling. Why? Because you're fighting it. You're fighting what you've been taught by everybody and anybody, but not what's in here. So what happens is either you get it or you don't get it. And either way, we're eventually going to pass away anyway. It's a fact of life. You can't get away from death and you can't get away from taxes. There you go. So what happens when you die? It's a blast. I will tell you what people do is when they get off this lifetime and they meet up with their loved ones and they go through the process of understanding life to a whole on both sides of it. And you remember everything and you go, oh my God, that was amazing. That was the best life ever. Wow, I can't wait to do it again. It's kind of like going to an amusement park and looking at all those really big roller coasters going, yeah, no. And then somebody talks you into one. And even though it's nervous and it's scary and it's terrifying and it's exhilarating and it lights up every part of your being. And I will tell you what, most people go, I want to do it again. Why? Because they want to do it again. The ones that don't want to do it again are the ones that got motion sickness. Are the ones that said, you know what, been there, done that. That didn't really thrill me. Why? Because I've experienced it and I don't need to experience it again. But most of us go, wow, let's do it again. Why? Because there's more to experience. There's more to partake in. That's why 99% of us come back, because we want to. So how do you get from death and want to coming back to actually making it back? After you've kind of sat around the coffee shops of heaven and you've done what you want to do and you sat and you experienced and you joined the community and you've joined the energy. And I always talk about kind of being like a cyborg. You're kind of plugged into everything. And you can hear the thoughts and the feelings of all the collective souls. And things start to happen. And you start to recognize that there's things that some of the souls are talking about that you don't understand. And no matter how much you listen, and no matter how many times they talk about how amazing it was, you just can't get the concept. Why? Because you yourself have not experienced it. And that's when the soul goes, I want to experience this. It knows it wants it. It wants a deeper understanding. So it makes a decision to come back. Why? Because either on this planet or one of the billion of other planets that there's life form in. And yes, guys, guess what? We are not the only ones that have life on a planet. I just talked to Adeline about this last night. And she was like, duh, Nani. There's billions of galaxies. Yeah, I know. From the mouths of babes is the truth. So what happens is you decide to come back. And that's when you're going to create your destiny. Oh, yeah. You create your destiny. Now, the destiny is not what you're supposed to do while you're here, per se. Kind of. Don't want to confuse you. But the destiny is those mile markers that you want to hit. Why? What is happening is you kind of go, and I always use the same thing. I always use love as a topic of understanding, because yes, your reason for being here is to understand something. So let's understand love. Let's have you coming in wanting the word love, the feeling of love. You want to understand the love word because it's a really complicated emotion. It's very complicated. It's got so many different dynamics. Okay. And the funny thing is the soul is all about love. The soul knows nothing but love. And it's got to experience other things in order to understand something other than love. But its understanding of love is unconditional. It's just unconditional. It's got no judgment, no anything. It just sees it as this beautiful, amazing, joyous experience. So for it to understand the full spectrum of love, it really does have to join with the body. And again, that's where it's going to create its narrative, its story. Now, the destiny portion is the soul decides what day, time, hour, moment, minute, second, place, people of birth. Why? Because believe it or not, astrology has a lot to do with it, and the personality and things that the traits you're going to have. It really is. Astrology, believe it or not, is huge. And it's not by happenstance that a soul is born at a certain time or day or to parents, because it chooses it all. It says, this is what I want. So that's the first part of destiny. And isn't that what destiny is? This is going to happen no matter what. And then it's going to pick key things in life that it wants to happen no matter what. It's going to be born at a certain time. It's going to either be born into as a single child and a lonely child, or a child with siblings. And it's going to pick the lineup of those children. It's going to pick, parts of its life. Even at, parents decide to get up and move across the country. That soul has picked those parents because it wants that to happen. It wants to happen at a certain time in its life. A parent dies. It's chose that to happen. Very intricate on the other side. Very intricate how it's choosing its life. It's going to choose when it has its first love, its first heartbreak, when it's going to get married, when it's going to have children, whether children's going to live or die, whether a divorce is going to happen or if it's going to be a 50-year marriage. It's going to choose all of this stuff, including being homeless or living in a mansion. I know, crazy, right? Crazy. And that's the destiny. Why? Because the soul is literally making a map of the major key components of its life that are going to happen. But there's going to be time in between those moments. There's going to be time between a marriage and a divorce. Days, weeks, months, years, decades. There's time. There's time in between a pregnancy and a child having its first baby and making you a grandparent. There's time. And that's where freedom of choice comes in. Freedom of choice. This is where your creative process comes in. And that's what's really cool about this. Okay? That's what's really cool. Is because even though we put in key things that we want to happen, we want to have certain experiences. How those experiences play out really is up to us why we're here. Why we're here. Okay? Because while we're here, we're creating every day. We're going, I want this and I want that. And I want this and I want that. Now you've got different ways of doing this. And you know or have seen all the different ways. And you sit back perplexed why people are doing that or how is that happening to them. So some of those ways are being a couch potato. You choose not to create, actively create anyway. And you choose to go through the life you chose, just sitting around. And happen chance, meet your maid at the laundromat. Happen chance have this and happen chance have that. And it's really interesting because you have a lot of people that are spiritually minded that will live the couch potato life. And what I mean by that is they will actively wait. They'll put it out here and then actively wait for it to show up on their doorstep. I've been guilty of that. Going, if it lands in my lap, I'm supposed to do it. If it does not, it wasn't for me. And that's just not a way of creating, is it? It's a way of sitting back and just picking up a breadcrumb as it goes by me. Now, you also have the people that are kind of getting up and doing some things. They're participating in their life a little bit more. They're active. They go to work. They come home. You know what? They're very active after work. They're active on the weekends. They're doing all these amazing things. They're reading. They're learning. They're dreaming of a new life. So they're actually in their life. And they're doing things. And they're hanging out with people. It's a little bit step ahead of the couch potato. Why? Because these are the people that are complaining about their jobs, that they're not happy, or complaining about their relationships, but they're really not doing anything about it. They're very active. They've figured out an active way to be in their life, but they're not really doing anything to change it. They're still, they're putting themselves in places to meet new people, but not really participating in the act. It's complaining about a job and having all the skills and creating the resume, but not sending the resume out. And then you have the people that literally seem to hit rock bottom. Booyah, carpet pulled out. And they're the ones that look back and go, oh my God, I had an amazing life because that happened. When I finally hit rock bottom, everything was yanked out. Boom, I figured out that if I didn't want to have to be there, I had to get up and all this had to happen. And they are creating their life. You have people that seem to have everything. And believe it or not, those are not the people that had it handed to them. Those are the people that decided they were going to create their life. They were going to be an active participant in creating their life. Okay. Now we're going to use another famous person with us because I just seen him not that long ago talk about this, and that's Jim Carrey. Amazing person. Truly, and I'm going to just kind of really massacre his story because I've heard it a few times, but I never quite get it right. And if he's ever by chance out there listening to this, holy crap, I love it. His story is awesome, but if I get it wrong, I'm super sorry. But you'll get the gist because he talks about when, he's always believed in manifestation. He's always really been a high believer in the idea of manifestation. Now, the manifestation is really making a choice and creating the choice. That's what manifestation is. It's being our active participant in your life to create, co-create with your soul what life is going to be. Okay. So Jim Carrey himself, when he was in school, which by the way, there was nuns, And he was talking to this nun, and this nun and basically asked her, "How do you do that?" And she goes, "I know, I just want something, and I pray really hard, and I ask God, and He just gives it to me." And Jim went, "Oh, I'll take that. Why not?" And one of the first things he started thinking about was he wanted this brand new bike. He wanted this brand new bike. No money. Didn't ask his parents, didn't tell anybody, just was going to get this brand new bike. But he didn't tell anybody about it. He just prayed over and over and over again. I wanted to know, I want this bike, I want this bike, I want this bike, I want this bike. And a few weeks later, he comes home from school, and this bike that he wanted magically appeared in his living room. He's looking at it, and Mom, Dad going, "Oh my God, how'd that come?" They're like, "Your friend so-and-so dropped it off," because apparently your friend was at some place, and there was a competition, pull a free ticket out of a hat with your name on it, and you win the bike. Your friend was so nice that he put his name in it, and he put yours in it too. And your name won. And the way Jim tells it, it's just freaking hilarious. He goes, "Man, I won a bike on a raffle that I wasn't even at the place for the raffle." It made him realize there was something to this. There was something to this. So then he spent literally, and has continued to spend literally, the rest of his life manifesting. He said he spent 5 years of his life every night dreaming and putting out there the career and the life he wanted for 5 years. 5 years, while he still got up and he still actively did things to try to make this happen. And at one point, he even wrote a check to himself for $10 million to be cashed on a certain date. Who crazy does that? And later, what happened was 1 month prior to the date that check was to be cashed, he landed a role that was paying him $10 million. Apparently gave the check to his dad. Now, the cool thing about Jim Carrey is because a lot of people go, "Oh my God, when you get money, you get this, you get that. Oh my, you know what? If you wanted to live in hobbles, you're never going to live in the mansion. Or if you're going to live in the mansion, you'll never live in the hobbles because you create your life." Now, what has Jim done? I don't know where he lives. But he's not really acting anymore, is he? He's not really out there in public face. He shows up here and there. But he's living the life that he's chosen, the way he's created it. He is still getting the experience exactly as his destiny was written. But he's also created the in-between. He created it all while he was here. Is he changing the destiny? Not at all. It's not been changed. It's just how he's lived through life has. You can write in that on this date, you're going to be a poor pulpit and learn the lessons, everything, and create $1 million between now and then and lose it all in stock. Just gone. Poof. And right after you lose it, because that's a destiny of experience, know how to recreate it. You get $1 million back in your bank account. And that's the cool thing about life. It's the cool thing about being here. Is we get that opportunity to always create. Life is not meant to be struggled. Life is not meant to be sat here and going, "Oh my God, what am I supposed to do?" Life is about actively being a participant. Now, the cool thing is I just listened to Chris Fleming not that long ago, actually a couple of weeks ago. And him and I, well, he was conversating, I was listening, because I'm not sure if he was talking to me or somebody else, but boy, oh boy, I took it home with me. And he was talking about how there's a point in his life where he firmly believed what he was told, that he was just supposed to take the breadcrumbs that basically got handed to him. He was supposed to only take what was given, not make choices, not to be an active participant. And he found out that he made a lot of mistakes, a lot of things he could have done, And he'd be in a different place right now if he'd been an active participant in his life, if he was creating his own life. And I heard this from a man that I think has done incredible things. But if you know Chris Fennelman even a little bit, you realize that man is energetic and he is all over the place and nothing stops him. Nothing stops him. He wants to do it. He gets up and he does it. If you want to be a world-renowned celloist, you have to know what a cello looks like. You have to know how to play it. Which means you have to research. And you have to either buy or rent one. And you have to put in the hours of learning, exploring it, practice, perfection. That takes time. And then after you do that, you have to show up for either taking and recording yourself and sending those tapes out, CDs, digital, whatever. Or you have to show up for auditions. There's so much to it. But you have to show up. And that's what these pages are about. So small and so brief. But it's about you showing up to life and you creating your life. So you have to stop and think, what is it do I want? What do I want to be when I grow up? And I don't care how old you are, you still have not grown up because you have not died yet. So what is it do you want when you grow up? What life do you want? What experiences do you want? Forget the destiny. Why? Because the destiny is going to happen no matter what you do. But if you only put, say, 10 key components of destiny into your life, that doesn't mean that you're destined to be a failure or you're destined to be a success. It means you're destined to show up and have an experience. So you have an understanding. The rest you take home with you is everything that you create while you're here. So become the best DIY arts and crafts person you know. Start to create what you want. That's what it is. Show up with an idea, a thought, an imagination, and go for it. Start to make the steps towards what it is you want to have. It's pretty amazing. It doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. It can. 9 times out of 10, it's going to take some time. So enjoy it. Enjoy the experience. But remember, as you're creating, you can change your mind. You can dig it up and move it. It's that simple. You can throw it out. Start with something different. But that's the fun of creation, isn't it? There is no mistakes in art, and there's no mistakes in creating. So have fun with it and start your life this week. With that being said, we're going to take a quick station break, and when we come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud with the Edge Network here. See you in a few.
Explore your path to higher consciousness with Kelly Wagner. Meet Kelly Wagner, a visionary founding member of the Community for Higher Consciousness, ready to illuminate your way and empower you to live your best life. With her unique set of tools as a knower and seer, Kelly goes beyond surface-level problems, uncovering the why behind your challenges. She fearlessly asks the questions that lead to the ultimate truth. Kelly's insatiable tenacity ensures that you receive top-notch creative solutions. Brace yourself for a journey of self-discovery and empowerment as Kelly taps into her innate gifts, guiding you toward a life of fulfillment and purpose. As a psychic medium Reiki practitioner, co-host of the Being Curious Show, publisher of Edge Magazine, and master connector, Kelly's transformative approach creates win-win partnerships here, there, and everywhere. Let Kelly ignite your potential. Contact Kelly at edgemagazine.net and step towards a life aligned with higher consciousness. Discover more at you'vegotkelly.com.
How do you live a life of abundance and alignment? Carol Dutton, founder of Being You Energetically, is passionate about helping her clients get to that sweet life. Modalities she offers include Reiki, subtle energy healing, crystal grids, ancestral connection ceremony, Irogenics ancestral eye readings, and spiritual oil anointing. Whichever modality you choose, her powerful sessions will immediately give you the unique and specific missing links to clearing the traumatic and ancestral patterns, keeping you from living an extraordinary life. Check her out at carolduttonusa.com. That's carolduttonusa.com. Right now, Carol has a special offer of 10% off an ancestral connection ceremony with promo code EDGE10. Again, that promo code is EDGE10. That's carolduttonusa.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is DeEtte here, School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, coming to you with our itty bitty little pocket deck. Oh my gosh, this should be fun. This should be fun. Okay. And this is perfect for the pocket. It is perfect for a purse. Small, lightweight. There we go. This is the Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle deck. This is a 13-card deck and guidebook from Athene Noctua. I believe we've had her stuff before. It says the 13-card Oracle deck is an easy-to-use divination tool with mystical image on each card, along with simple, straightforward answers to your questions. Simply shuffle the pocket-sized deck and draw a single card to reveal answers to the life's questions, big and small. I love this. Remember, this is a Hay House, little tiny box, hard for me to open, but I got it. Oh, even put a pretty picture in the thing. I'll take it. It's tiny. There is a guidebook. I love it. It's simple. It's small. It's there. I love it. On one side it says card messages. Yes. No. Go. The time is go. The time is right. Not the right time. You're going in the right direction. Choose a new direction. No need to worry. Unlikely. Listen to your intuition. Get more information. Let go. Reconsider. And this is the sign. This is going to be fun. So those are the cards, I believe, guys. Those are the cards. Which to me, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this with a reading? Oh my gosh. Let's see. She's got gorgeous little things here. Now, even though it's very straightforward, I'm going to tell you what, it's straightforward. This is, here we go. But there can be a lot of leeway in some of this, can't there? There can be a lot of leeway in this. So we're going to find out. This feels more like very much like Crystal Ball. I mean, let's name it Crystal Ball or a pocket guide. But there is a lot, probably leeway within this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is shuffle these cards and we're going to pick 5 of them as we always do. And we're going to read each one of them. I'm also going to look at some imagery here to see what more we can get from this. Okay. Because this feels like a week that we must all need more of a direction than we do anything else. As you know, you can pick card 1 through 5, pick 1 card, 2 cards, all the cards. I don't really care. You can wait until the very end when I put it together as a full reading. It's totally up to you. So card number 1 is no. It's a harsh no. Like, oh my God. But let's look at that imagery. Let's look at that. That imagery really kind of, it almost looks scary, but it's eyes within eyes within eyes, isn't it? When I'm looking at that skull, it really honestly looks like there's multiple eyes there. And that's the biggest thing I'm seeing out of this card is multiple eyes. I'm also seeing that crescent moon underneath. Okay. Or is that more of a new moon? I don't know. I don't know my new moons that well. So when I'm looking at this card, and even though it's saying no, I'm looking at this. This feels like it's no, not now. It's more like a look more into it. Look more into it. What more do you see? So if your card was number 1, it's not like no, stop, don't do it. It's more like, hey, hold on. No, You haven't looked at this enough. You haven't looked at your situation enough. There's a lot of in-depth things in there that you have to start to see. You need to get a clearer picture. And that's what this card is telling me. So it's not just a no, it's no, get this done first. So start looking at that. So if you pick card number 1, it is start to look at things, everything as a whole. Look at it all. Okay. Look at what you haven't seen yet. Tear it apart. See the details. The next one is you're going in the right direction. You're going in the right direction. And I think this card is awesome when I'm looking at this card, because you're picking out card number 2. Let's look at more of this also. There's a lot of divination tools being in here. You've got that hand that's more like a witchy hand. You got the pendulum. You got the moon. You got the moon. You got answers. This card is really about going within. Go within. Find those answers, okay? It is asking the questions. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do that? Your inner guidance is always going to tell you where to go. Your inner guidance is going to give you the right decision. For everybody out there that picked card number 2 and you're indecisive as heck, know that when you ask yourself what you should do, give yourself that, should I do this? Should I do that? He or she, left or right, whatever it is, give yourself a couple of choices and feel which one your body goes towards. Your body is your own pendulum. Your body has got that inner direction, inner guidance system that's going to tell you the direction to go. Card number 3 is listen. Now listen to it. I can't get that more. Now listen to it. Listen to it. This card is pretty blatant. Here you go. I mean, even the moon flipped upside down kind of looks like a pair of headphones, doesn't it? It's the owl. It's the wisdom. Listen to it. So much is there. So much is given. You walk into this life thinking that you are, you're dumb. You only got what you got. No, you got so much at your sources. Think of your brain. Think of your soul. Think of all of this as a computer, as an iPhone, and you are connected into everything all the time. There's no answer you cannot get. So start listening to what is coming into you. Whether it be a thought, whether it be a picture in your mind, whether it be a gut feeling, whether you just know it, you need to start listening. Okay? Because when you start listening, you're going to get yourself out of any dilemma there really is. Card number 4. Let go. Let it go. Let it go. And I love this card. Why? Because it's so amazing. Let it go. Opening up that hand. So often when we get stuff, we like to hold on to it. We like to hold. We like to hoard. We don't want it to slip through our fingers. We're worried about the neighbor stealing it or somebody else getting your opportunity or whatever it is. But quite honestly, when you have a closed hand, nothing can get in the hand. So when you open it up, not only do you allow the dust and the debris and everything that doesn't belong in your hand to fly away, you leave room for a landing pad for more stuff to come to you. But you have to let the stuff go. Stop holding on to what's in here that you don't need to. If you're obsessing, let it go. If you're holding too tight because you're afraid of losing it, let it go. Why? Because those are things that aren't meant to be with you. If you're thinking about it all the time, like, I can't lose this, I can't lose this, guess what? You're not supposed to have it anyway. And something better is going to show up that you'll never have to worry about losing because it's going to stay with you. So learn to let things go. And I could have taken that a different direction. And the last card is unlikely. Unlikely. But honestly, what I'm looking at here is not the words again. I'm looking at that rope. Look at that. Look at that. There's not hope is not loss. Even unlikely means not no, but not yes. It's because literally the strands of hope are kind of pulled apart. They're still connected. Look at those two ropes. Even though it looks like there's only a shred holding it together, sometimes that little piece in the middle is the strongest piece that's been binding it the whole time. So there's still a chance here. There still has a chance. Until you go snip that middle and cut it, there's always a chance. So look at it. This is not a not going to happen. This is a look at it. Is this something you want to weave back together? Is this something you want to snip in the middle? This is still in your ballpark. It is your choice. Okay. And that's what this card is. Whatever situation that you have asked today that you need information about, this is holding on by a thread, but it's your thread to decide if you're going to snip it or if you're going to bring it back together. But you're the one that has to go in to figure it out. So card number 1 was the no card. 2 was you're going in the right direction. 3 was listen to your intuition. 4 is let go. And 5 is unlikely. Now, when I look at all these as a whole, it starts with the no and it starts with the unlikely in the end, which honestly tells me that you've got some major decisions to make this week. You've got things coming to you going, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Not only is an opportunity going to come to you, this opportunity is going to come with should I do it? Should I not do it? And what do I have to let go of in order to allow it to happen? What else is going to come into my life if I let this go? And do I want to stay where I'm at and try to make what I'm doing happen? Or I'm ready to let it go? Now, again, these are your decisions to make, but these are the decisions that are on the table this week. This is what's coming to you. You have opportunities coming. You have things happening. You have people walking in your life that are going to say, hey, I got this idea. And you're going to have to go with yourself, your own gut intuition, and figure out, is this something you want? Go within. Go within. It's easier than you think it is. I like this deck. I really do like this deck. Why? Because it does take the crystal ball, which is the name of it, and puts it in your pocket. It does. It does. It's so much easier than the big black 8-ball that we used to have. So I do like that. Okay. But you can also pull a couple of cards and go, what's a deeper message? Okay, because with anything, there's always a deeper message. Like I said, guys, you can pick a magazine and open up pages and do a reading out of pages, because honestly, this is just making this look a little deeper. Okay, so I do like this deck. This deck is awesome. You can put it in your purse, your pocket, your car. You can take it with you, and it can really help you navigate life until you're better at navigating in here. So I like this deck. So where's DeEtte this week? DeEtte is in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I am back with Soul and Synergy, and we are at the Best Western in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. It is just Saturday from 10 until 5 p.m., our normal hours when we are working there, which is super awesome, super cool. We love to do those things. Love it, love it, I love it. So come and get readings from me up there. Get a hug from me. I'm not doing a gallery. I'm not speaking. I'm not doing anything other than showing up, giving hugs, shaking hands, smiling, laughter, telling stories, and doing lots and lots and lots of readings. I tend to book up there though. So guys, come on in early, or even pre-message me if you want a reading with me ahead of time, and we can get you in the schedule before the day even comes. But it's always a spectacular event. So again, Best Western, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, 10 to 7. Look for the Soul and Synergy signs. Now, where am I next weekend? I'm going to tell you about this one a little bit early because I'm at the Tinker Cottage. I do believe myself and Mr. Larry Eisler are doing an investigation at the Tinker Cottage. So look up the Swiss Tinker Cottage. Look at their website itself and scroll down to where you're going to see mine and Larry's names. And click on that. That's where you're going to get your tickets. They are limited. And I don't think they're quite sold out yet, but they will be very, very shortly. But join us as we navigate the buildings and have a lot of fun. We're just going to have a blast investigating and having so much fun. And if you've never investigated with Larry before, it's fun. Why? Because quite frankly, he pulls all the punches. He's not just a ghost box type person. He's playing poker. He's doing it all with the spirit. I mean, he's just going, hey, you just don't have a body anymore. Let's figure out how we're going to make this happen. So it's a lot of fun to see the proof in the pudding when he shows up. So there you go, guys. So with that being said, we're going to say goodbye now. You guys have a fantastic day. Remember, my books are open. You can get readings for not only April, but into May at this point. Just go to DeEtteRanae.com and find the book it now button and hit that book it button, go to the schedule and sign up, because I am here to help you with all of your needs, whether they be mental, emotional, physical. So talking about your life, which is psychic, loved ones, which is mediumship, medical, intuitive, which is what's going on with your body, issues, concerns, whatever it may be. That's what I'm here for, soul coaching at its finest. Please do me a favor, like, share this out, help make us a little bit more visible to everybody else. You guys have a great day. See you so soon. Bye-bye, guys.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the yellow brick road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.